back home. We're gonna get this Pro car out and see if we can fix it before Midnight Mayhem in a few weeks. Coming down. About to get this transmission out of her. I'll take the big tyres off. We're going back to radials next anyway, I think, for the next meet, so take them off, make it easier to get the tail shaft out, and we'll pull this transmission apart and see what happened. Alrighty, getting it done slowly. It's a good thing I got long arms, can reach up to tap the starter. Got the inspection plate off, makes it easier to see how far to tap it so you can get it right. Got one bar here to crack them loose. They take a fair little bit to get loose, that's for sure. Then got me a little 3/8 drive rattle gun. And we're getting it done. Only 3 more to go and then bell housing bolts.
Hold it, go.
Good.
Yeah, keep going. There's metal in this bell housing.
We'll quickly rip this bell housing off.
Trying to get the seal out to have a look. So you can see why it was leaking. Try and get that damage in it.
Might be able to see the converter bush in there on video now. Show you guys a bit of a look.
We'll take this pan off and we'll have a look in there to make sure there's not any metal or anything like sinister in there. And we'll have a look at this valve body too, because it's supposed to transbrake in second gear and it doesn't seem to be, so we'll see if it's the right one.
Yep.
A bit of clutch stuff in there.
Don't see much else.
Bit of really fine metallic stuff there, so maybe the converter bush is a bit funny.
Take the pickup off so we can have a bit of a better look. The filter for the pickup. So this is what they look like if you haven't seen under the pan of them before. Pretty intricate, these boxes though. So pretty cool. Let's see if we can figure out what was going on. Get the pickup off so we can pull the pump out. Take the pump off. Check everything inside. Check the bushes, the bearings. Gonna pull this pump apart now. Hold the light there. Yep.
Which doesn't look the greatest.
Have a look at this gear. Looks alright. Okay.
So after you split the pump, you need to line the bush up and the gears up. Best way to do is that. If you don't have a tool, sit it on your converter. And
Do it back up. We'll take the lock out for this middle drum, take it out. Got some plates there. All looking pretty good. So hopefully, what do you think? Just the converter seal leaking?
Yeah.
So far, that's what we can find. Taking the converter apart for a look. It's hard yakka getting these things apart. Trying to split this bad boy, gee. Work your way around. Onto the big gear now. She'll pop apart shortly. It's still pretty tight for how far away it is.
It's crooked.
There we go. What do you reckon?
No broken fins. It's a start.
That's always win. Not making enough power.
Mustn't be hard enough.
What are we doing if our fins aren't laid over? Stator looking pretty good for you folks at home. This is a 90-degree stator if you're running an LS trying to get a record. If you want to order the same one, just say, mate, I want a 90-degree stator. What else are you having a look at?
I'll have a look at the clutches in the back here.
Yep.
I'll have to unbolt it to check them out.
Well, unbolt it, have a look at the steers and clutches. Let's see if this one just comes off or if this old chestnut. Oh no, spoke too soon.
Huh? Shit from the fucking screws. Clutches look good. We might need to start slipping them babies a little bit more, yeah?
So yeah, all the clutches looked good. We'll put it back together now. So converter looks pretty good, which is what we were hoping for. Mickey sent us, we got him to send us a new converter bush and new seal. So that's good. We'll be able to put this box back together soon. Seal and stuff arrived today.
Just getting all the clutches lined up. Seeing how much drag it's got on the clutches for clearance, because that'll affect spool as well. Yeah, all looks alright.
Yep. Going together nicely. Also, we're just taking it all apart, checking all the seals on everything, because you know, obviously it was leaking out the bell housing, so out the converter, converter seal, something there, and you know, it was leaking a fair bit, so you can't be too careful. Just taking it all apart, checking all the seals and making sure that everything's all good. Got some new O-rings as well, so put them all in. Hopefully, with any luck, we'll be all good to rip. So I got the new bush here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the OD and the ID so we can make the tool. The idea is to have the tool sit along the inside diameter, maybe a tolerance so we don't pick up in the bush trying to press it on or press the old one off. And we want to have the shoulder on the back edge, and we don't want to have the shoulder going right to the outside diameter because you don't want to have it pick up, scratch, mark or jeopardise the surface of where the bush actually locates in the pump, in that housing there where it locates. So we'll measure this up and we'll go to the lathe and spin up a tool. Alright, got the end of the tool finished. And this is where the inside of the bush sits, and then that's the shoulder there where the back edge sits against the bush. Put some CRC so it doesn't hurt the bush. Spins on there pretty freely. And you can see that the outside diameter of the bush is larger than the shaft which pushes it in. You can see there's a bit of play there, so when the bush squishes, when it's pressed into the pump. But yeah, turned out pretty good. Doesn't go all the way in, probably goes a bit more than 3/4, maybe 7/8 all the way through the bush. And yeah, it's a nice fitment. There you go. Perfect. Yep, nice and perpendicular like what we want. You're gonna push straight, and let's see how well it works.
Looks like you've been pressing some old Noah's Ark planetary gears up there on top.
I reckon. Seems to be working pretty well. Oh yeah. That's good.
Press the bush out.
Got the job done. Here's our pump. Get a bit of light there. Looking pretty good.
So let's press the new bush in. See in the pump, they've got a couple of notches in there, which is an absolutely amazing idea, because when you press the bush in, you just knock the bush into there, which will stop it wanting to rotate if it ever comes loose.
On the flat surface, goes straight in. You hear a nice even tap when it bottoms out evenly around that bush to the shoulder. Seems to be working well so far. There we go. Let's see if it's all the way in. There you go. Nice fitment, I would say. My heart kind of stopped when he when it looked like he was struggling. I was like, oh no. But yeah.
Just got to get it square. It's
You just got to get it
such
square.
a good fit that.
Because we tried to accommodate for when the bearing squishes a little bit. Oh, there we go. It's a nice fitment. Just got to get the right angle. We'll have to press it a little bit more. Before we punch the bush into the notches, let's take a minute to admire how nice of a fit this is. Perfect. We've made the tool finish just before, so you can rest your punch on it and don't slip down and damage anything you shouldn't. And you know, seemed to work pretty well, and we're happy with that. Converter back together, pump going back together now. Got the new bush, new seal, new O-ring in the converter. No leaks this time, fingers crossed. As we said before, if you don't have an alignment tool, line it up on your converter, then bolt it up that way. Pump going in now. Line it up. That bad, boys. That's not leaking anywhere. Not leaking anywhere. So we're retensioning the band. Got a little 1/4 drive inch-pound tension wrench. We use this one to do all the junior dragster rods because it's the only thing that fits in there. You tension it and tension it up again, and how come we're doing that?
That's the band adjustment. Tension it to 100 inch-pound, then back it off 3.5 turns. Lock up the lock nut, band adjustment done.
Valve body going on. Pretty cool bit of equipment, these things. You can definitely see how intricate they are, and you know, while they're a fair bit of money. Yep, click goes the sound of the tension wrench.
So the shifter hooks to the manual valve. This is the manual valve, and when that goes through there, it redirects the fluid to either the servo, the clutch pack, or whatever needs to be on in the gear that it's in. So we'll put all the solenoids on. So we got the converter dump, we got the stage 1 lockup solenoid, which applies pressure, and then there's another one that goes external that's an extra bleed that you can lock up for the stage 2 part of it. And that's your trans brake solenoid there.
Yep. The external one goes, where does it bolt on? Just here. There's a line that goes to it.
And bleeds back into the, back in.
Oh, gearbox assembled. Essentially, anyways, you know, the bulk of it. Look beside me though, on the bench here, and yeah, this old thing. That's not fucking good. Oh well. Until we get a bit of spare time, we'll leave it there for however long. This is gonna have to be our new spare. And we'll have to put a clutch on this one. Put her on the dyno maybe. Get a baseline. Pretty much back together. A few additional things that we took off. Just room clearance, taking it in and out of the car. We'll put the bell housing on and whack it in the car tomorrow night after work, and start it up. Make sure everything's all good. And then we'll be able to put it back in the trailer so we have some room back here. I tell you boys, this 3-speed, it's not as strong as the 3-speed in the Kiwi. Look at how intricate this bad boy is. Got some levers and shit. I'm definitely putting a Trimatic in this thing. Here's my new 202. Got 202 galore down under this thing. Have a look. Pistons, the whole lot. Don't need a fan on the front of that thing. Got thermos now. It's the old boy. Got some roller rocker gear. She'll be mint. Out with a view. Let's see if this thing does its job. Good?
Yeah.
So far. That's it done. Gearbox in, loading up for Sydney, leave tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll be racing Saturday.